Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are in Easton, New York. I'm gonna only have about an hour and a half or so. So I'm gonna do a little scene, try and get these trees in here. Hopefully we get some warmth in the sky. And yeah, the field's off in the distance there. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit more than what you're seeing here and narrow in on some specific trees and fields way off in the background. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some warmth in the sky, but not too sure because there's a chance of more snow showers tonight. So we'll see. 30 degrees, so that's great. So let me get my easel and set up. Okay, I'm all set up. Light's fading fast, so we're going to get right into it. There's really not a lot happening here. It's pretty monotone, not a lot of color, but it's practice, so let's get going. First thing I'm going to do is actually block in my snow line really low along here, which a lot of times I'll work from top to bottom, but I might do the opposite today with this. Change it up a little. At least I know I want to get my snow in on the bottom. Just get a value, a good bright value in there for that snow. Might get a touch warm. Well, the other thing is you can see I'm working on an old painting. Didn't come out too well, so I just went over it again with an oil ground and see if I can bring it back to life with something else. Okay, so the other thing I do that might be helpful for some people is I have another phone and I take a photo obviously of the scene I'm going to paint, and I will use that to help me block in and get basically my drawing correct, because on your phone it's already essentially framed in. I crop it the way I want it. It's kind of the same as taking the time to do a thumbnail sketch, but I don't really have the time to do that. I just did do pencil thumbnail sketches on a large 30 by 40 painting that I'm just about finished with it, and it really helped. Like, I highly recommend it, because doing a painting that large, you really want to be sure you got your composition the way that's going to be best. And the thing I learned from doing it was the original photo reference I was going to use, I didn't end up going with it because when I did my thumbnail sketches, I found one that was better, a better layout. And it's just interesting how when you shrink it down to so small, you just do a pencil sketch, you can see things you don't normally see at normal size until after you're done with a 30 by 40 painting and realize it's no good. So I know I will be doing those little thumbnail pencil sketches for any large paintings going forward that I do, for certain. Let's get this to maybe slope in a little here. Okay, just some light snow in there. And once I have this mix going already, I could start throwing some up in the sky. kind of a gloomy day. We got some snow yesterday, and so when the sky is like this, you can kind of do what you want, really. Just gonna try and, my goal really is just to try and make it somewhat interesting, interesting painting when all is said and done. I think I'm gonna have to switch to my other gloves. The other thing I feel is on these gray days, there really isn't much attraction out there. As far as eye candy, I guess, for warmth, everything's cool. So if you can, even just doing like a pine tree, that green in your pine tree is going to be your warmth, and that's what's, everything else is going to be cool. And usually green is a cool color, but you can make that's going to be your warm in a cold winter painting like this. I don't have that set up here because I'm doing a vista, so the warmest thing I'm going to have is some warmth up in the sky here, and then maybe I'll bounce it off of the snow a little bit. We shall see. The other thing that's helping this is the background tone here. I can't remember. I think it's transparent red oxide. That's kind of just helping see through here. Okay, time to switch gloves. Okay, so now what is important to me is the next few layers in here of depth that I'm going to put in, and I don't want them equal distant. That's boring. So looking at the scene, the tallest one is going to be the mid one. So and some mountains off in the distance are starting to appear. Sometimes they go away, sometimes they appear. I've painted here a few times, and I know that there's more mountains out here than what I'm seeing. So I kind of have to account for that because they might show up, and I think they make the painting more interesting as well. So I think I'll do the darkest value is going to be these trees right in here. Let me do that next. It's probably too dark, but I'm going to scrape it in anyway. This is the downside of not working from all the way back to front, but it's alright. I'm going to be going over it all again anyways, so it doesn't matter. Distant mountains are starting to show up, but boy, they're barely there. So I think I'm gonna put them in anyways. I'm just gonna have to kind of guess about their location. Actually, I need a smaller brush for that. My midpoint in the canvas is about there, so a little higher. I mean, really, if you think about it, this is nothing more than a value study when you're working from far out, coming forward. It's really all you're doing is stepping up your value as you come forward. One thing that sure is nice is being out here on a Sunday just before dark and nobody's out here. You're the only one. It's great. I love it. Always blending, make nice soft edges. Okay, so we'll just kind of keep working forward, slowly getting a little darker, a little darker. I gotta keep my focus here. So now probably is a good time to put some lines in, you know. Everything so far is just pretty flat, but we can do a little bit of directional angles. So even if they're not out there, but they are out there, they're just kind of hard to see, but you want to do just a little bit of interest. And of course, you want to get darker as you come more further forward. So this next part, I'm going to kind of, I know there's fields, that's pretty dark. Actually got to neutralize that. I believe that's purple. I'm colorblind, so I think that I can see though is a little crazy purple. I hit the magenta too hard, so let's see if I can fix that. Even that, the value's still too dark. I gotta go lighter here. Really just want to get the canvas covered at this point and I'm gonna move along. This is a 12 by 16. I'll just do some blending here and kind of step back and see where we're at. A lot of the canvas showing through still. Okay, I got my layout the way I like it, actually. I just wanted to make sure this top mountain range wasn't dead even. It's not. You know, proportions basically. The drawing, getting the levels right here. So it looks okay. So let me just try and get rid of all the places you can still see the canvas through. Okay, so let me try and rough in some of these fields, snow-covered fields that are off in the distance. And actually a lot of them are right here. It's a little dark. This little hill right here isn't actually in my scene. It's more off to the left. And but I want it in this scene. Just for a little bit of value contrast. Alright, so I have a quick block-in done. Not sure how much time I have left. It's not looking like a lot, but I'm just going to go over it again. I think I'll go from the top down. This should be, I use terp, so it should be fairly dry, so I think I'll go top down. Going to be a lot of inventing. There's not a lot happening out there, but I mean, so far I like the look. I mean, got some warmth happening here. It's a lot warmer than what it really is, so I do have to cool that down. Yeah, let's get going here. Okay, I'm gonna quickly sketch in some trees here. After this video, I might wipe them right out and redo them, but just because I'm here, I'm gonna do them quick. But doing them quick doesn't always come out so good. So because it's a lot of detail, drawing all the branches of trees, getting the angles right, being accurate. So I'm just gonna throw them in just to see how it goes, and you never know, maybe it'll come out good, and maybe not. Okay, I think that's about it. I mean, it gave the effect kind of I was looking for. Interestingly, now there's some lights. There's some lights coming on out there in houses and street lights and whatever it is off in the distance. I could put some glowing dots of light on there, but I'll save that for another time. Yeah, so getting dark, time to pack up. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Look at that, there's a sliver of light coming in now. Could throw that in there. Maybe later. Anyways, here's the painting.